Alright guys, to import a PDF file into AutoCAD, this is what you're going to do. Now you can come to this arrow and you see import, then you select it, or alternatively if you come to insert, you see import is also here. So whichever way you see it, then if you click on this arrow down, you select on import. Now it is still the same result you're going to get. So right click anywhere on the screen and select enter. Now go to where you have the file. Now my own, I could easily just see it. Go to where you have the file. Now I'll select let me select this second one for instance, then I'll select open. Now this is what I have, exactly what I have on the screen before. Now one thing that PDF does is that it will make your drawing to be very small, or it will just scatter it. The dimension is not, the dimension you have is not going to function as dimension anymore because you can't edit it. So I'll teach you what to do in order to scale it to look like what you actually want, so that if you want to redimension it. Now in this case here, I can just put scale because usually PDF scale is always tiny. So let me put 1000. If not, if I don't put scale, okay, let me try it without putting scale and see. You can see I'll drop it here. Just watch. It will boot. Now it looks big here, but by the time I zoom down to compare with what I have on the screen, you can see it's almost disappearing. So I'll select it because everything is scattered. I'll use my move tool. I'll move it to where close to this drawing. Now imagine something like this. How many scale will I apply to make it? It's just very tiny. So now I'm going to leave it there. Let's go back to this point here. Let's use this one this time around and import PDF. Then I'll right click on the screen and hit the enter button. The same thing, I'll go there. This time around for the scale, I'll use 1000. So let's see what it looks like. So let's see, compare this. So you can see it is big compared to the first one with this. So I'm going to erase this, but despite that it looks big, it is still not the same, you know. So let's test now by making use of the dimension tool. Now if you look at this, is the original drawing. From this point to this point is 4000. So I'm going to measure it now. I'm going to check the measurement. If I bring it down, so you can see what I have is 1347. So now what am I going to do? Now we're going to manipulate the scaling tool to be able to achieve what we want. So first thing first is, let me select it because everything is, if you select, everything is just standing on it. Okay, good. I was saying something about the dimension. If you look at this, this is supposed to be dimension line, but you see it is standing on its own, such that if I erase it, it will go, the 4000 will still remain. Now what I will do is that I want to convert this into block object by selecting it. Then that I selected everything, then I'll right click, come to clipboard and say copy with base point. I'll copy with base point, then it will say specify base point. I'll just click here as the base point. Now I haven't done that, I'll erase the original object. So I'll right click again, come to this clipboard and select paste as block. Now what I want to achieve is this. I want a situation whereby I'll use a scale rather to scale up this so that it gives me the exact dimension. Now what I'll do is that I'll take the dimension tool again. I'll measure this side, that's the 4000. So it is here. Okay, so what I'll do is that I'll select this guy. I'll select everything including the dimension. So I'll make use of scale. So I'll just think of a scale I'll make use of that will make this give me the 4,000. Of course, you know I'm going to increase it. So let me just select anywhere as my base point. Then let's see. If I select 3, let's see if it's going to work. Good. 4040. So it is not what I actually need. It should give me 4,000. Now I'm going to use a scale because what I actually needed here was to have 4,000 instead of 4040. So I'm going to use a scale that will reduce it to give me that. So what I'll do is that I'll still select it as usual. You know, it is PDF, so I'll make use of scale. So I'll try to base point. Now I'll use 0.991. Let's see. Or yeah, 991. Let's see what we'll get, and I'll press enter. Now, so what I have is 4004. Now I'm going to use another scale to reduce it so that it gives me exactly 4,000. So what I'll do is that I'll select it, then I'll come to scale as usual, then specify base point. I'll zoom it out so that you see we still have 4004. So I want to try and see if I can get the exact. So I'll make use of 0.999. Then I'll hit the enter button. Now you can see I have the exact dimension. So the reason why we do this is, for instance, now maybe you want to add to what has been drawn. Maybe there's a place you need to dimension. Now, you know, if you're having a wrong scale, so whatever dimension you're putting will be wrong. So that's why. So this is how to import a PDF file into AutoCAD and do dimension of your choice to it. So guys, I've packed a complete video tutorial on AutoCAD. I have AutoCAD 2D for architecture and 3D. Currently, I have AutoCAD 2D for mechanical engineering drawing and machine drawing. I'm working on that of electrical. So guys, for any question, you can come into my WhatsApp. You can order my video tutorial on AutoCAD, REVIT architecture, STAAD Pro, REVIT interior, LUMION 3D and animation.